Hello, everybody. Manlius here, and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. In last episode, we had just defeated Hugo Kupka, and we're introduced to another mysterious character who was working alongside or potentially guiding the actions of Lord Hubbard. But unfortunately, there's no active Time Lore available for him right now. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and speak with Otto then.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's Fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It is good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Okay, now we speak with Vivian.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang? Only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed. It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. we have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
All right, a number of people to speak with.
And how may I
Could
assist
talk
you
to
today?
Vivian
How may I help you today?
and look
Of
at the grand
course.
cast because we have quite a few people here. Ones that I want to highlight are the mysterious being Ultima, an otherworldly being that Clive encountered in the inner sanctum of Drake's head. He addressed Clive as Mythos before attempting to merge their consciousness. However, Clive was able to summon the will to resist the creature, before Joshua returned from the dead to imprison it in a cage of flame that he sealed away in his own heart. So he seems to be kind of the background main antagonist, I believe, of this whole thing. And then we have the Lord Commander, Lord Harbord, from the Kingdom of Waloed. In our first encounter, Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Waloed's armies, he accompanied his liege to Fort Zernitra in the Republic of Dalmatia to negotiate the provision of reinforcements from the Royal Order of Knights. Harbord is known to many as the Constant Knight by reason of his unchangingly icy demeanor and his unwavering loyalty to his liege. Indeed, he appears to command Barnabas's complete trust, having been gifted a full command of the Royal Order of Knights. Despite his apparent youth, the capacity in which he evacuated Hugo Kupka from Roslith Castle, however, remains a mystery. And it seems that he directly works for Barnabas Tharmer, who is that mysterious gentleman next to Harbord. The aloof and unshakable Barnabas Tharmer, first of his name, few can meet his steely gaze without flinching. King of Waloed and dominant of Odin, the Warden of Darkness. At the Battle of Belennis Tor, he not only took personal command of the royal army, but rode into the fray himself, galloping through the air atop his six-legged steed and goading Bahamut into a duel that shook the skies. And his icon, Odin, who rides in a battle atop his special steed and whose black blade is said to be sharp enough to split the very seas in twain, is the latest dominant, King Barnabas of Waloed. Well, that's cool. Can we... Oh, he doesn't have a dominant. At least not one that we know. Go to defeat Geralf. Who else do we have here that's kind of important? the dominant of Bahamut, Dion Lesage. And our first encounter is the leader of the Dragoons, the most elite warriors of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, who are the first to leap into the fray when the Empire finds herself under threat, often literally. Dion is also the dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light. The Warden of Light, whose power dwells within Dion the Sage, Prince of Sanbreque, and the Holy Empire, the Gregorian faithful hold dragons to be sacred creatures, and Bahamut the most sacred of them all. Because of this, as well as the protection it grants them, the Eikon is loved and revered by the imperial populace. So, Dion is also the firstborn son and loyal subject of Emperor Sylvester, ruler of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, as well as leader of the Empire's most elite fighting force, the Dragoons. Dion is also the dominant Bahamut, Warden of Light, and has often been called upon to summon his Eikon in defense of his countrymen, most recently in the year of the Realm 873, when Odin took to the field against them in the Battle of Belenus Tor. Okay. And we know the Holy Emperor Sylvester, but what also seems to be interesting is that Olivier has now taken over this title. Second son of Emperor Sylvester of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, and third of Empress Annabella, making him half-brother to both Prince Dion and Clive. His mother has involved him in the affairs of the imperial court since he was a small child. Who's over here? Medicine Girl. Why is she out here? Why is she even part of the Grand Cast? What is her connection to anybody, really? We know of Joshua already, and after Drake's head, dominant of the Phoenix and former heir to the ducal throne, Joshua was thought to have died at the hands of the second Eikon of Fire during the disaster at Phoenix Gate. However, he somehow survived, appearing before his brother once more some 13 years later in the inner sanctum of Drake's head, and saving Clive from Ultima's advances by calling upon the power of the Phoenix to seal the being within himself. Okay. She was dominant. Who else is important here? Probably no other key players that we don't already have a good understanding of. Really, it's just these two who we need to know more about. Okay, look at this. We can add and subtract as necessary. It's cool. All right.
Study it well, Clive.
Yeah, I really don't know what I'm looking at. At least nothing that I can translate easily for you all.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Okay, we do have some new bounties, though, so let's go talk to Nectar really quick. Oh, wow, we have quite a few. Okay, so we have a hill to die on. Among Republican merchants, reports abound of caravans being crushed by a black boulder, a creature indeterminate in nature, but quite decided in size, strength, and spite. He or she who took it upon themselves to seek out and slay this black mass would earn the eternal gratitude not only of the desert traders, but of the curse breakers who risk life and limb with every trip through the Velcroy. That is in the Velcroy desert of Dalmekia. We also have soul stingers. Stormvish's Vilekin has of late made its nest near an abandoned village in the fields of Karava, and as the hive has grown, so too has its hunger. Already, the stripped corpses of great beasts have been sighted in its vicinity. Should the Vilekin be left to their own devices, the nearby settlement shall surely be reduced to naught but a collection of bleached bones with a 12 moon. A Grimalkin, just off the Sickle, the road that leads from Dalamil to the Jaw, lies a dead-end canyon into which travelers moving at night are wont to stray, providing a constant supply of sustenance for a feline most foul. With the daytime desert heat ever its own threat to life, and merchants ever mindful not to waste their last shards of crystal on the lighting of lamps, only the monster's demise might save them. That's in the Cattery of Dhalmekia. We also have the Nine of Knives. Dhalmekian traders are wont to say a prayer for unwary travelers journeying from Dalmil to Drake's Fang, for there lurks a bloodthirsty brigand, one who appears to be more interested in letting the blood of his quarry than he is in any gil or goods he might plunder from their caravans. If the road is to be made safe again, then at least one traveler passing through the place must not flee, but stand and fight. And that's in the Jaw of Dhalmekia. Then we have the Breaker of Worlds, and this is our first S-ranked. Urgent notice to all curse breakers. Due to the discovery of a fallen giant in the Rosarian ruins we have lately been investigating, all work in the region is to be halted with immediate effect. All members are to proceed no further than the village gate, lest the echo should be awakened by our presence. No further action may be taken without Cid's express permissions, and that's going to be in the Rosarian ruins, it looks like. Okay. So we have our work cut out with us with the bounties, but let's go ahead and talk to Harpocrates first, and then we'll talk with Karen and Blackthorn. Because usually Harpocrates is pretty long-winded.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
Or Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. Big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Harpocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Okay. Let's check in with Harpocrates.
My knowledge is yours.
And view the 1,000 tomes.
I have a few new notes that might interest you. I have quite the find for you today.
And we get quite a new set of entries as well.
What subject shall we consider today?
But I want to look at persons of interest. Okay, it's just things that we have already read. Okay, that's fine.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Okay, let's head now. Oh, what's this over here? Mithril. Interesting. Oh no, we're getting that stutter again.
Thanks to Sid, the man who hurt your mother and father is gone. I'm sure they're looking down on us now and smiling. I'm smiling too.
I wonder where that happens. Let's talk to Karen.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Okay, let's see what new things she has to sell.
Is it business or pleasure?
The Enhancer. And though a savvy merchant would have you believe that through arcane magics imbued into the sword, high cost to the supplier, its wielder will experience enhanced strength and dexterity. In truth, it is the reduced weight and increased hardness afforded by the weapon's narrow blade of folded steel that ultimately provides the illusion of these enhancements. And that's for 2,500. That does give us 5 more attack over grindstone, but 10 less stagger. We do have the hunter's waistcloth and platinum belt still, as well as these accessories. I don't really need any more things there, or that we're full up. Any valuables to sell? We can. We'll get 2,000 for that. I don't think we need to purchase the Enhancer yet.
Come
Let's
again.
go talk to
Oh,
Blackthorn.
don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Okay. Let me check something really quick. Okay. Let's go check in with Otto, and I think what we'll do is we'll end the episode there, because this stuttering, I don't know if it's because of my recording software or because of the shaders again. What I've noticed that a typical computer reset fixes it, but I want to make sure we get to a good stopping point first, and since this episode is mainly just talking, it should be here with Otto.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Okay. Now we gotta speak with Mid. I'm hoping that we can get through the rest of this dialogue. How do we get to a workshop? Is it down here?
I think Mid might need some help.
It is, okay.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully fix some of the, stuttering. I did have to restart my PC, and so you may notice some quality differences with this video between other ones. But hopefully it doesn't detract too much from it. Well, let's see what Goat has to say.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
Oh, so we have a couple of different quests that we can do across the area, and I believe this one is in Lost Wing. Yeah. So Quentin has something for us in Lost Wing, as does Matej, the master baker in Dalamil.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
But we may wait and do that here momentarily, because I like to do those and then the bounties kind of all in one go. But let's talk to Blackthorn first.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. And spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Thermal plating designs. Instructions on how to go about building oneself a full set of thermal plating to dissipate heat from around a mithril engine, should one find oneself in need of such a thing.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
So we have started the quest letting off steam. Gather the necessary items and speak with Blackthorn.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one
I
of
guess
these
so.
two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav's a bit of a silver tongue, so I think Otto come with me.
Otto,
If I have
go with
my
me.
things correct.
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Yous two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
So we have Otto in our party now, potentially. But let's go talk to Blackthorn really quick and see what weapons and items we can craft, if any.
So, what'll it be?
So we could craft an Enhancer 1, which gives us 15 more attack, and maintains our stagger, which might not be a bad idea, because if we look at a diamond sword. Wait, how do I make a diamond sword? Hold on. Whiteworm bone. Oh, yeah, I want that. No. Why waste my money and materials on an enhancer? It's an enhancer 2. Yeah, but I could make the enhancer 2 while I wait for that. Silken sash. Okay, nothing I can craft that's better than what I have now. Diamond armlets. Yeah, I don't... 265, 250, 235. Yeah, that greatly outpaces the Whiteworm Bone. I wonder where I can get that. It has to be from one of the
Anything
bounties.
else?
So, make for the river in the south of the Velcroy. What we can do is we can head there, complete it. And then I think after we complete it, we'll get to a good stopping point, and then we'll do the bounties and the side quest.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto? Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Okay. Seems simple enough to just start digging.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Well, one man's trash is another's treasure, and you know, who knows what can be crafted from it. We got some up here, and another there.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Stardust. Legend has it that a star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in the Dalmekian desert, whence sprang forth the fountainhead of the river Velcroy.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk? Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes. But you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Cid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Okay, seems simple enough to just deliver the Stardust, so let's go ahead and do that.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
I'm sure it's all he needs, but not all Mid needs.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Yeah, when complete letting off steam, we get a handsome amount of experience, ability points, gil, and bounty points, as well as a couple of valuables to be traded for gil.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Okay, let's report back to Mid.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Kind of rude.
Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, They're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Okay. So now we start letting off steam too, and we have a main quest of making for Lorbert's Pass, but I think we're going to end the episode here because this quest may be a little bit more in depth. And when we return, we'll continue to get the parts that Mid needs in order to craft this stack for our upcoming ship. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know it was a rather dull one in comparison to others that we have had, but I've said this before in that this game knows how to break up a lot of the action and provide swaths of, you know, fetch quests and other things that I guess not really pad the story, but spread it out. In any case, as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.